gibbering prophet must be silenced.
Gibbering?
Yeah,
No, I always thought it was gibbering.
you might be right actually. Gibbering. Yeah, I think it's gibbering.
I don't like the cut of your gib.
Did those come from the same root?
I don't know. It's just the only other thing I can think of where jib was even remotely linked.
Noelle, post a comment.
Why do you have to invite him to do that? He would do it anyway, you know that. Doesn't need your permission to do it.
If he's going to do it anyway, he might as well invoke the karma of politely asking for it and making him feel worthwhile.
So here we are, the last boss before the final assault. What
Yeah.
could possibly go wrong?
Well, since he said that, I'm going to take extra torches.
Maybe another shovel.
Yeah, why not? Let's see what happens then.
I mean, we've got plenty of money and we aren't picking up items for the sake of it, so
Yeah. Alright.
let's do it. What's our ancestor got to say on this
Finally,
one?
resigned to his uncommon corporeal resilience, I lured him to the dig. There, I showed him the thing and detailed the full extent of my plans. Triumphantly, I watched as he tore his eyes from their sockets and ran shrieking into the shadows, wailing maniacally that the end was upon us all.
So,
Well.
you created a Doomseeker.
Yeah.
You brought a holy prophet to your thing, showed him the evil, was like, haha, there is no God. He tore his own eyes out, and then ran off gibbering into the wild, and now you want us to kill him. Is that a summary of what has just happened?
I feel like that covers it, yeah. Well,
Well, the scout was kind of pointless.
yeah, not going to get a lot of use out of our scouts. Might as well see what those curios are.
Yeah. I mean, our ancestor's
If
just a
only
dick.
treasure could
Yeah.
Doesn't matter which way you slice it.
worldly corruption.
Like, there is absolutely no way you can justify his survival. Why have we not killed him? Maybe we do kill him in the ending, I don't know.
The paperwork hasn't gone through. The paperwork hasn't gone through yet on giving us the ownership of the hamlet. That's all we're waiting for.
But yeah, it just... That was him gloating how he drove a holy man insane.
Yeah.
I mean, there is literally no way you can look at that without going, God, you're a real asshole, do you know that? Do we have any herbs? We do have herbs. Oh wow, we were well prepared for this one.
Yeah. You drove a holy man insane by describing your own horrific plans.
And showing
And then-
him a thing.
Yeah. And then not reconsidering those plans, having seen the inevitable consequences.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Oh, god damn it.
The way is lit. The path is clear.
First fight, not too bad.
Require only the strength to follow it.
Excellent start.
Like that thunder hammer.
Press this advantage.
One down.
Give them no quarter.
I just realised he's got an electric mace. It's the tinnitus that I've got in Bloodborne. I've got a mace with an electric attack.
Okay.
It's the same weapon. He's a Bloodborne character.
I have told you about cross-contaminating this show with your own stuffs. It's not okay, dude.
But my character in Bloodborne is the ancestor.
I feel like you've said this before.
Yes, I've made this exact defense before.
Yeah, and I wasn't okay with it then. I'm not okay with it now. So, in unrelated news, I've been playing Pokemon Moon.
Yeah.
Which I'm quite enjoying. I'm already at the point of I've got a mixture of like old Pokemon and new Pokemon, and I'm like, but these new Pokemon are all really cool, but the attack coverage is garbage. So,
Yeah.
because I have an Alolan Meowth, an Alolan Grimer, and an Alolan Rattata. That's 3 dark types in one party.
Yeah.
And it's like, I do not need all these dark types. And my Rattata has a moustache, so I called him Gonzalez.
Right.
Because what else would you call a Rattata with a moustache?
Faint hope.
Yeah, I suppose that's fair. Yeah, that was the unfortunate tendency with the Alolan stuff, that there was a lot of normal types that became dark
On
types.
its own.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, what is my party at the moment? I've got my Rowlet, which is adorable. I've got a... I can't think what it's called. It's like a bug with pincers on its face. Grubbin. Grubbin?
Okay.
Yeah, got Grubbin. Got an Alolan Rattata because I do actually really like Alolan Rattata. I think it's pretty cool.
Are often
Yeah.
low on supplies.
Alolan Grimer, which I feel like I'm literally hanging on to just because I want an Alolan Muck.
I do like the oil effect that
Yeah.
they have.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. What else have I even got? I can't remember what the rest of... Oh, I've got the... Young Goose. I think it's like a sort of weasel with ziggy-zaggy teeth, which looks pretty cool.
Okay.
It's only got one evolution, so I'm like, I'll evolve it, and then unless it looks badass, I'll box it for something else, but then at least I've evolved it.
Yeah.
And Pipikek, which is like the game's version of Pidgey.
Obliterated.
But it's pretty cool. I know what it evolves into, and it's like pretty cool, and it's like, I want the evolved form.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I've got some interesting Pokemon. I've already got experience share, which is helpful because it's keeping like I don't have to keep cycling the squad as much to level them up. But it's also annoying because it means they'll all constantly be at other levels. Like I can't have them all at the same level because they'll keep gaining experience even though they're not fighting. But yeah, no, I'm just I'm quite enjoying it at the moment. It's all going rather well.
I think I'd rather save these for the boss
Yeah.
fight.
You could poke it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, we didn't need to use holy water.
Yeah.
Helpful. But yes, I'm quite enjoying it, but I'm not getting as much time to play it as I would like. But one of the things that I do like is this Pokemon Refresh, which is the, you know, pet them, pat them, play with them, makes them healthier, makes them like you more.
Okay.
And I like the mechanic because if you get them like super in love with you, they'll do more crits
Okay.
and they'll shrug off status effects.
Yeah.
And I really like that because it's quite cool. It does take like a lot to get to that point. But like when you pet them, like there's usually like a place they don't like to be petted and it'll make them unhappy. This place they really like to be petted, it makes them super happy. And a really minor effect that I found that I just think is brilliant is when you pet a Grimer, the animated hand gets covered in goop and goes slower.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that is nice. I appreciate the extra level of thought that went into that. It's like, it's such a non-event, but yes, I approve. Thank you, Pokemon.
Yeah.
And I have a Pichu, and I'm like, Pichu evolves when happy. can I make it happy by playing with it in Pokemon Refresh? Because if I can, that will make evolving happy Pokemon so much easier.
I've had EVs in a few games where I would have appreciated that option.
Yeah, I hated evolving Eevee into Umbreon or Espeon. It was just
The
such a
slow
ball.
death, unforeseen, unforgiving.
But yeah, so I'm enjoying the little... But I'm doing what I used to do as a kid. You know, I've got half an hour to spare, I'll play Pokemon. 2 hours later, where is my life gone? And it is purely, like, you know, just down to the fact that I get sucked into it. I'm like, oh, I'll just do this, I'll just do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am enjoying it. I was talking to Diz about it the other day, and she said she was doing a similar thing. Like, she got Sun and made, like, a start on it and then just hadn't carried on because of time.
A death by inches.
So we were talking about our respective versions, saying like maybe we should do some trading at some point to get some of the rarer stuff.
Yeah.
So we're totally not setting them a Nuzlocke without you, Loomis, honest.
I'm glad to hear it. That would upset me a lot.
It does feel like one of those games where we might have to tweak some rules to Nuzlocke in it. Because it is a little bit easier than the previous gens. Like, I feel like they've tried to make it a bit softer for kids.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good.
A momentary abatement.
Come on, just die.
You can't hear the guy at the back, 'cause the guy at the front's tanking it, and the guy at the front's already dead. He just doesn't know it yet.
Slowly.
At least the guard by thing doesn't cover the
This is how a life
parry.
is taken.
Yeah, that would have been annoying. I like that with that means he has plus 50% protect.
Yeah.
That's just brutal. I mean, if he's got any nerve endings left, that might have stung.
Maybe stung his feelings.
Do skeletons have feelings?
It's really hard to say.
I mean, I'm interested. I mean, yeah, I'm genuinely interested. So, there are 6 special senses.
Offensive.
So, touch, taste, sight, hearing, smell, and balance. How many of those does a skeleton still have?
In Radiance, may we
I mean,
find
we're already
victory.
ignoring the fact that most of them are obviously magical based at this point in his life.
Yeah. Yes, that's basically what I was going to say, because, I mean... Sure, they don't have the brain or anything for
task well performed.
Any of the senses.
Yeah, for any of the senses. But then again, they don't have the anything for most things.
Yeah.
They can walk around without muscles, and can't they have feelings without a brain?
Well, no, this is what I mean, though. Like, would they still have taste and touch and all that? Because technically they don't need it, or have they just got balance? Or
Yeah.
oh, how skilled / how lazy does the Necromancer have to be? Is what I'm asking. What would you give them? And what wouldn't you bother?
Yeah, does it come down to what the Necromancer bothers to include?
Aha, you meant. Because yeah, like, I mean, I feel balance is probably a yes.
Yeah.
Sight is yes, I would have said. Smell, taste, and touch. I mean, touch is the one I'm unsure on, really.
I mean, if it can see without eyes,
Yeah.
can it experience touch through its bones?
But would you want it to touch?
Yeah.
Like, you know, does it need to know what it feels like to get hit by a sword, or?
They make it easier to wield a weapon if you've got a sense of touch.
I mean,
It's-
yeah.
Without touch, it's going to be hard to manipulate objects.
Spirits are lifted, and purpose is
But again, like, if the magic's just like hold and do not let go.
Hmm.
Welcome to Advanced Necromancy, where we're discussing the ethical issues of imbuing your minions with the right level of senses. Sometimes it's just a little bit longer to give them a sense of proprioception, but it's worth it.
Survival 1 hit point. Now, giving your minion a sense of pain often doesn't help them in any practical sense, but it can be funny.
Oh. On the subject of necromancy and building minions, I'm having my annual Warhammer game tomorrow, and it is literally now an annual event. And as a side effect of that, I can't remember how to build a decent army. I'm also not sure what army I want to use, and I'm like, I was planning to maybe do a bit of flicking through today and give me some inspiration, but I never got around to it.
Yeah.
So now I'm at the point where I'm like, what do I do? I do try and build my armies around a theme sometimes, just for like the fun of it. But like at the moment, I got nothing, like no real inspiration. So,
Yeah.
any thoughts?
I mean, you've got every army that was ever made, right?
Yeah, yes, completely. I have dwarves, empire, Skaven, ogres, and vampire counts.
I don't know. There's not a particular one that you're feeling.
No, not really. I've used them all, obviously, like quite a bit over the years, so I'm pretty happy to play with any of them. I'm not one of these people where it's like, you know, I'll only play one army when I'm in the right mood and everything, but I'm just in that situation where I'm like, you know, I've literally got nothing dragging me to one or the other. I don't feel like, oh, you know, I feel grumpy and stubborn, I should play dwarves tomorrow or
Yeah.
anything like that, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know.
Vampire counts? Maybe players set it up around a breed of vampire that you don't normally use?
I mean, I do try and do that whenever I do play vampires. I try to rota whatever I'm doing because you know, if you play to an extreme, you know, if you go down one really complicated and tricky path, you can have a lot of fun. Obviously,
Yeah.
you really hamstring yourself in some regards, and like, you know, doing this is making me think, oh yeah, vampire, yeah, undead. But I can't think of anything that makes me go like, yes, you will lead my army. You are hired. And like they're looking at the plague doctors, making me think, oh, you know, I could do a Skaven army. But annoyingly, my plague globadiers are not ready.
Yeah.
They're all assembled and undercoated, but I haven't painted any of them, and it's like, oh, because I would, you know, I would definitely use them. I'd be like,
Yeah.
and I've got no idea what my opponent's using, like, at all either. So that's not even like, you know, a factor to help me decide.
Yeah.
Because he's got like wood elves, dark elves, lizard men, demons, and I think he had something else. Like he was working on like a secret army, and I can't remember what it was.
Yeah. You will be facing the secret army then.
I mean, I could be. There seems to be lots of those.
I'm almost ready to give up on reading.
But yeah, so like I said, I've just got nothing. Oh, hello, you.
Hey, been a while.
Yeah. Do you want to give us your lunch money now, or do you want us to beat you up first?
We've got a pretty good team for ruining your day here, so...
I mean, if you think you're adding any heads to your collection, you are sorely mistaken.
A time to perform beyond one's limits.
Yeah, get one of everything.
Yeah. stacking that poison on him, I think.
Yeah.
A healer might end up being annoying, but we'll see. Also that.
Head games, headache, head hunt. There we go. That's...
Whoa!
Woo! That's bad.
I wasn't ready for that. I'll grant.
I mean, we got very lucky there in that she didn't get bleed.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you would probably want to guard that ally.
Yes.
Ah. Self-heal. Self-heal.
Is it too late to retract the lunch money comment?
I mean, yeah, definitely. If anything, now I think we need to swirly him in revenge.
Hmm.
So you thought you were being cute. All it's got you is we're going to kick you in the dick extra hard now. And your little friends, too. Head knocker. That's a new one. I don't know what it was meant to do, but... 45 in one hit. She's only got 44 health. I mean, that would have... What is going on here? Why is he doing so much damage? Nobody in the party except, like, the first guy actually has... Okay,
Oh, right,
that would be
it's
why.
her.
Okay, so she is a bigger threat than originally realised.
Yeah.
You can fuck off.
Masterfully executed.
This
Look at
is
that.
literally the first time we've ever had this much trouble with one of these guys.
Yeah.
Okay, feeling better, feeling better. Oh, that's a stunner.
Okay.
A momentary abatement.
No more Vestals on their side, that's the important thing.
Yeah. Jesus, that was
Yeah.
rude. But yeah, like doing 45 damage is like that. There's only one member of our party who has more HP than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to die quicker. There we go. Problem solved.
Yeah.
Heals for everybody. Whew! That was a
Yeah,
thing.
it was unwelcome.
The rats prepare to feast.
I mean, we have an anti-venom and a bandage.
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought we could really take that glowing stone.
Yeah. There's like a crystal ball over here as well.
Yeah, there's all these funky things we could definitely take.
If we picked up every weird, glowing, malevolent object in here, we'd have no room left in our inventory.
True. I mean, collecting weird glowing malevolent objects is probably not healthy for the Hamlet either.
So, you know, that's maybe how our ancestors started out.
I mean, this is true. But we would just sell them. We don't intend to use them. We just want monies.
Selling them serves the dual purpose of getting us monies and moving them away from us.
Yeah. Essentially, it's a 2-for-1 deal.
Yeah.
A powerful blow.
Infamous bloodletter.
I've all heard legends of his bloodletting.
I mean, he's got a big scarred body. And 2 belts. I mean, to me that just says that he's fat. I mean, I've been a larger gentleman in my life and I never wore 2 belts. Just saying.
You know, let's not get reckless here. He could also be a Final Fantasy character.
I mean, I guess you have. Maybe that's why he's wearing the hood.
Yeah.
Maybe he's actually like a retired Final Fantasy character and he's trying to mask his identity.
I mean, I see belts, I think Final Fantasy. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
Prodigious size alone.
And he had some kind of armor thing on his wrist.
Yeah.
Not actually wearing any armor, just a thing on his wrist. So, trademarks.
I mean, that part suggests to me that maybe he works on computers. You gotta wear one of those safety things on your wrist to get rid of the electricity.
No, that's you when you're building computers.
Yeah.
Normal people don't wear those.
Not for building computers?
I mean, I feel like
Well, normal people don't build
yeah, I
computers.
was there. I feel like normal people just don't build computers. That's those specialists. But again, that's not really armor. It's just something to stop you from frying the computer you're working on.
Yeah, I guess it's more like a equip item. It's probably a relic. You probably equip it in your relic slot.
Yeah,
Next to your-
accessory.
Yeah, accessory, that's a better word.
Some people wear a ribbon. Some people wear a whatever that thing is.
Yeah. One of those wrist things is what I believe is the technical term.
Oh wow.
Remind yourself that
that
overconfidence
works.
is a
Yeah.
slow and insidious killer.
Whoop.
I mean, if we make it past this boss okay, we should come out of this with a tidy little profit.
Yeah.
As things
A
currently
tiny,
stand.
a tiny little profit. Really, Asmoth?
What? What? It was just there, dude. I couldn't not say it. You're just jealous because that's better than any of the lousy puns you've come up
Now
with.
it must be carried home.
Look, you know darn well that I don't aim for better in my puns.
No, but that was a good one.
Probably leave that.
I mean, you could drop the for food.
Yeah,
You're
yeah, maybe.
desperate. We're gonna have a feast in a minute anyway.
Yeah.
We ain't got far to go after that. Oh, look, it's you guys again.
Yeah. Is this what you're infamous for? Just not dying?
I've returned. Oh, again.
I'm just gonna have to backblank this time. Deal the damage.
I mean, maybe that's what I should build my Warhammer army around. Bad puns.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how you build an army around bad puns, but if you can do it, it's pretty cool. But yeah, I got nothing. Got no inspiration for my army. I've considered in the past doing what people do in like computer games, for like in inverted commas strategic builds, min-maxing,
Yeah.
and I just can't bring myself to do it. Like my rational brain will not accept it as an acceptable strategy. And I've seen people do it, you know, like, oh, I've got a massively unkillable vampire lord who can take down whole units on his own, and I've got, like, you know, 3 units of crappy skeletons, and my brain's like, no, that's not right. That's not how it works.
That is what they call beardy.
Well, it's not even that it's beardy, it's just that my brain's like, and when your vampire dies, you're fucked.
Yeah.
The ground quakes.
I mean, I remember, like, you know, people when we used to D&D, like, way back when, like, when we were at school,
Yeah.
and min-maxing was a thing there, and, you know, I don't think I realised it at the time, but it was annoying, because then you had one character who was like, oh, I will blink and everything will die, and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
You're in a social situation, oh, I'm out, I got nothing.
Yeah.
No intelligence, no charisma, no nothing. I'm only good for slaying.
Yeah.
Unless inordinate exsanguination
And
be considered.
as I've continued to play D&D through life and other RPGs, I more and more feel that the more rubbish my character is, the more fun they are to play.
Well, that's kind of what I mean. Like, I want an interesting army rather than a haha fuck you army. But I don't want it to be like a walkover either.
Yeah.
I mean, I was considering taking, like, some, you know, like, if I took my Dwarves, I'd take a unit of Slayers, because that's fun. And then my brain was like, that is fun, until you come up against a Wood Elf army, and then you just get shot, and it's not fun.
Yeah.
Because your army just fucking dies.
Yeah, that's fair. When I say playing a rubbish character, like, the fun is to take a character that's not obviously useful
Yeah.
and come up with something clever you can do with it.
Yeah, exactly. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
And like I say, I've done that before with some of my armies, where I've created them with, you know, like sneaky tricks up sleeves, and people have looked at things and gone, what? I don't get the purpose of that unit. And then you reveal there's a trick in it, and they go,
Yeah. The unit of Dwarf Slayers actually has a Goblin Fanatic hidden in it.
Well, to be honest, the whole thing that made me think, oh, maybe I could take a unit of Dwarf Slayers was, oh, I could take the Slayer King in it.
Yeah. I mean, there's rules for, like, a Slayer army, right?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
I have the rules. Annoyingly, I don't have enough Slayers to have a Slayer army. That's the thing. I've got enough. I've got the characters enough for 2 units and one of their special war machines. So in theory, I could have it as like an allied army. I've probably got about 1,000 points worth of Slayer army.
Yeah.
So, you know, I could do a Dwarf army with a Slayer army contingent. That wouldn't be, you know, unreasonable. That'd be quite funky.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be hilarious if it's against his demon army. 2 armies that don't break, just slashing at each other all day.
Yeah. Okay, maybe that's your theme then. You've got 2 different dwarven armies working together. One of them's your Slayer army. What's the other one going to be? What's your total point score?
2,500.
Okay. We have an artillery army.
I was going to say, my other engineer, the other character that I've got is an engineer. So I could do the Slayer King and the Engineering Guildmaster.
Yeah.
That might work. That might be quite funky.
Do you have that? There's a, like, I don't know if I assume they made a model for, because they made a model for everything. Do you have that guy who's a Slayer engineer?
Yes, Malachi Machiason. Yes,
Yeah.
I have him.
That makes sense then. He's your commander. He's gathered his 2 sets of allies.
Yes, I've got Malachi Machiason with his triple-barreled gun. See, some of the models were really cool. Like, he looked brilliant. I loved that model.
Yeah. Patch you up a little bit.
Yeah, that did so much.
It keeps him from getting a Death Door debuff.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I could do. I mean, I don't currently have a better idea, so.
Yeah.
See, I always really liked the idea of a Slayer army. Like, I thought it sounded well fun. But it's just one of those things where, obviously, like, when you play against anybody and they're like, I would like to win, I'll just take guns.
Yeah.
And then you're like, well, now you've just robbed any fun from my army. You know, that and the fact that at the end of the day, it's still a Slayer army. It will still go second and it will still friggin' die.
Yeah.
Wounds of war can be healed.
It lacks a lot of the flexibility and advanced mechanics of most other armies.
Yeah.
I'd have to find my rules for the Slayer army out as well.
Wealth
I'm not
beyond
100%
measure.
sure where they are at the minute.
Awarded
But...
to the brave.
Oh, gee, I wonder what's in the last room.
Yeah.
Oh, we still need a shovel.
Alright, so we make camp then.
Yep. Camp and fix them up.
Gathered close
Feast.
in tenuous firelight and uneasy companionship.
The sanctuary down.
Yeah, could do without another fight in the night.
And then I think it's just tactics and weapons practice. Definitely tactics, we want that dodge.
Yeah. I mean, weapons practice, is that going to be that useful? Pray? Better?
Yeah, for the protect, you think?
Yeah, well, weapons practice is bolsters damage in that, isn't it? They're not really
Yeah.
damage dealers as such.
We've got a lot of blight in there.
Yeah, I think protect is probably more useful.
Okay. What you got for us? An anti-venom, marvellous.
I mean, what would have you been happy to see there?
I'm not saying there would have been anything. Just...
I mean, we've got 6 holy waters. How much more friggin' holy water do you
Yeah.
need? We could have used that one earlier on.
Some laudanum, maybe? Why don't we bring any laudanum for the horror boss?
I don't know. I mean, to be fair, we've never needed laudanum.
No, we've never used laudanum. We've needed laudanum.
Well, that's kind of the thing, though, isn't it? Well, we've never used it because it's never rated very highly on our danger
Yeah.
scale. I feel like it's one of those mechanics where it was a nice idea, but they didn't quite get the balance of it right.
This guy has... I mean, it cures the horror status effect, and this guy hasn't previously inflicted it, but he might have it for this fight.
Yeah.
Okay, we all good?
Yeah, I think so.
Good as we're getting anyway?
Yeah. Don't forget to holy water, everybody.
Yeah. Well, you're in charge of
The
inventory, you gotta
madman
remind me.
hides there, behind the pews, spouting his mindless drivel.
It's prophesized my own. Holy water!
We got the toxin
Yeah,
trickery
get
out.
that going. Holy water! You wanted inventory management? I'm giving you inventory management.
That's fair.
Get her to attack the benches.
Yeah.
They have dodge. Why do they have dodge?
I
The frigging
don't
benches.
know.
Da. She's gonna get hit by a thing in a minute.
Yeah.
I mean,
Might
yeah.
as well get
do,
it
do we
going.
want that on him or do we want it on?
Probably on these two.
Yeah.
Might as well get it up. It lasts the fight.
Yeah. I mean, you have your eyes in your hand, dude. That's not cool. Oh, that's
Oh, okay.
bad. Whew. That's good.
Yeah.
That's bad. Why is it on 2 this time? That's just dicky. I mean,
Well,
I was going to say you could use the protect thing on her and up your protect.
Oh, yeah.
I would just like to point out, I'm in charge of inventory management, not combat skill management. That's your department.
Okay. Yeah, no, that one's on me. That was a good call that I didn't make.
Booyah!
strike.
Let's have some more of that, please.
I mean, if I'd made
Whew.
that, then we wouldn't have gotten.
Ah, triggers!
Yeah, if I'd put the protect up, then we wouldn't have gotten those 2 counters on him.
All the crits. I mean, now we'll put the protect up.
Yeah.
Do you get the feeling that maybe we should have killed this guy much earlier?
Yeah.
Compared to the other bosses, he seems
Yeah.
quite lax.
Yeah, that's definitely a consideration so far.
I mean, do we want to keep getting her to beat up that front thing?
Sure.
Let's get some money.
If you can bring him to 3rd place, then
Oh, he does.
you can potentially
Oh,
stun him.
blight us. Do we still have an antivenom?
Yeah, we do. It's the one that...
Counterbalance.
Yeah, it's the one that Sass got us during the camp.
Cool, cool.
She knew exactly what we'd need, I guess.
Shift out, protect.
Yeah.
I mean, this tanking's working really well.
Right. Finally, we can start getting some damage on him. Because he's not already at half health.
Oh, it's riposte one up.
Yeah.
Get him to stick a heel on. Seems he's about to get hit by a large chunk of rubble.
Yeah.
Oh, we should have anti-venom.
That's inventory, by the way.
I mean, if he guards her and he's the target.
I don't think that works. I can try it if you want me to, but I don't.
No, I just wondered. I was like, does he take double damage? Does he take no damage?
I think if you're being attacked as well, you can't guard anyone else.
Okay, I mean, that's fair. I mean, you
Yeah.
know, because this game's all about fair.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
How quickly the tide
Is that
turns.
just like bad breath?
Yeah.
Nothing better than dodging it and counterattacking.
Yeah. This guy does not dodge. This guy does not deal well with people who can dodge.
No, I mean, he's got his eyes in his hands, so...
That makes sense. Yeah, probably not the highest accuracy possible.
I mean, do we want to start wailing on the pews now? Because he's probably about dead. Ah, 1 hit point. I mean, we could wail on the pews and then hit him with somebody weak.
Yeah.
He's not going to heal, is he?
She can't do anything to the pews anyway, so
Are they immune to poison and everything?
yeah. Come on.
Can we destroy that from pew? Come on.
There we go.
Yes, we killed the pew!
In life, his claims to recognition were dubious at best. In death, they are ridiculous.
Okay.
Neat.
I do believe that's everything.
Woo! Last boss beaten!
Yeah. Let's head home.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Apart from a really early scare that we weren't prepared for.
Yeah.
We definitely made some good monies there.
Yeah, the boss was one of the easier fights in that mission.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Do you get the impression we should have killed him much sooner?
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's worth having.
Replace obsession with money with obsession with having things. I mean,
I mean, it's slightly
No-
different.
yeah, not a lot has changed.
Lethargy. Pretty sure lethargy is not actually a disease.
In time, you will know the tragic
Quick, look at the quest goals. Scroll through them, make sure we're doing good. Yeah, look at all that. Is that it? Do we just have to do... Yeah, we just have to destroy the Darkest Dungeon now.
Yeah.
Endgame!
That doesn't seem like you.
Wow, okay. I mean, we had enough money to spare.
Yes, yeah, I suppose.
After becoming overcome with emotion and donating generously. I don't know. It's not often that I am affected by emotion, but when I am, it is usually overcoming.
Okay.
You know this.
Yeah.
You've known me long enough. How often have I been overcome with emotion?
I've never been convinced that you feel emotions.
That is simply not true.
Well, okay, rage.
That counts.
There you go, off to the brothel. Okay. Okay, I'll see you guys next time then for...
We've got some thinking to do now.
Yeah. The Darkest Dungeon.